We begin today in Iraq, a nation that's experienced a very bloody 2013, and now it's receiving a fresh shipment of American drones and missiles. Last week, the United States shipped 75 Hellfire missiles to the Iraqi government to help deal with increasing extremist violence that has crippled the nation this year and led to the deaths of more than 8,000 Iraqis. In the coming months, the U.S. will also send 10 Scan Eagle reconnaissance drones to Iraq. Unlike the deadly Predator drones the U.S. previously flew over that nation, these drones will be used to locate targets for Iraqi security forces to attack. As of right now, U.S. government officials say there have been no requests from the Iraqi government for U.S.-operated lethal drone strikes in the country. Due to the unrest in Syria, al-Qaeda-linked extremists have flooded into Iraq this year, carrying out hundreds of suicide bombings against the Maliki government. The violence has been so severe that last month Iraqi Prime Minister Maliki came to the White House to lobby for more military assistance. After that November 1st meeting, a joint statement released by the U.S. and Iraqi delegations read, "Both sides emphasized on an urgent basis the need for additional equipment for Iraqi forces to conduct ongoing operations in remote areas where terrorist camps are located." But this latest shipment of military equipment is just the tip of the iceberg from what Iraq is set to receive in the coming year, including 4 dozen more reconnaissance drones and even some F-16 fighter jets. Also, if the Senate approves of the deal, 6 Apache attack helicopters could head to Iraq sometime next year. Now on to another U.S. military hotspot, Afghanistan, specifically Bagram Prison, which has indefinitely detained thousands of individuals arrested by U.S. and Afghan forces during the now 12-year war still raging in that country. While the U.S. handed off control of the vast majority of Bagram prisoners to Afghan security forces earlier this year, the U.S. still controls those prisoners at Bagram who are foreign nationals, non-Afghans, picked up outside the country and detained at Bagram. 3 of those foreign nationals filed a habeas corpus petition to challenge their indefinite detention in U.S. courts. But on Christmas Eve, 3 judges on the U.S. Appeals Court here in Washington, D.C. rejected that petition, arguing that prisoners do not have access to constitutional rights, mostly because it's impractical in a war zone. As the judges ruled, the United States in Afghanistan is not involved merely in administering occupied territory and containing scattered guerrilla fighters, but rather in quelling a large-scale insurgency against the government of a regional ally. Orders issued by judges thousands of miles away would undercut the commander's authority. While the White House pushes for a 2014 Afghan withdrawal date, it's likely U.S. forces will still maintain control over the non-Afghan prisoners at Bagram indefinitely, until those individuals can be settled elsewhere, which, as we've learned at Guantanamo, takes years.